everyone, welcome to this new video. Today I'm gonna teach you all the different mechanics for every single cursed object or cursed possession. Just two things that I want to clarify right from the start. This is a guide that is made for new players by a fairly new player. I played enough and I played with people who have been playing for long enough that I know how to use this stuff, but I'm still new at the game, I still die frequently. And the second disclaimer is related to the clips that I'll be showing you during this video because I recorded them. And just for context, in order for me to make this easier and to not scream in the process, I made a custom game mode. We're now ready, let's start with the video. They're called Cursed Possessions. They're also called objects or items, and the name pretty much says it all. They are items, they can spawn in your map. There's one that spawns every time and it's picked randomly between the 7, so each has one chance out of 7 to be the cursed item for that run that you're playing. The specific item will always spawn in the same place. For example, the monkey paw, a tanglewood will always spawn inside the cabinet. If it's not there, it means that it's not the cursed item for that run. There's variables for each and every one of them. They're kind of unique under this point of view, but in general, each cursed possession drains your sanity and can eventually lead to a cursed hunt. If you don't know what it is, it's pretty much like a normal hunt. The only difference is that the only way that you can prevent it is by having a crucifix tier 3. A couple extra side notes about the cursed hunt. When you activate a cursed hunt, first off, it's longer than normal hunts. It causes all of the future hunts after that one to be longer, to last longer. And if you activate a cursed hunt while you still have a setup phase, which is for amateur the first 5 minutes when you open the door of the location, and for intermediate 2 minutes, that will be resetted. So from that moment on, the ghost will be able to hunt at any time. Meanwhile, normally during that set amount of time, it can't hunt at all. Like, it's physically has a mechanic that it cannot hunt. Taking a photo of the cursed object gives you XP and so also gives you money because it's considered one of the extra things that you can do each game unrelated to objectives. As far as I'm aware, you cannot get an objective where you need to use a cursed object or take a photo of it. So just like the bone, you need to take a photo of it in order to do a perfect run, in order to get extra money and extra XP. Also, for those of you who are maybe particularly anxious about this, picking up the cursed possession does not activate it. You need to manually activate it, for pretty much all the items if you think about it in the van. And I suggest you picking them up and taking a picture. Even when you're playing with friends, ask them to take the picture yourself and pick it up. At least you don't need to carry it to the van, you don't need to do anything, because they're gonna end up in your collection as they are technically part of your collectibles in your lobby. And so you will be able to go back and see everything that you've collected. Okay, now let's talk about the Ouija board, which is my personal favorite item in general. I don't know why, I just love it so much. It's very easy. You activate it and you start asking questions. It's very important that you say goodbye to deactivate it, or that you select it in the options if you're playing on consoles. Not saying goodbye or using a specific prompt that I'll show you on screen in a second, or using it until it drains all of your sanity up to 0%, or if you try to use it and you are already at 0%, all of the situations will cause it to break. When the Ouija board breaks, it triggers a hunt. Where are you? This prompt does a full 50% of sanity drain. Fundamentally though, you end up using this just once. You can also ask for where the bone is, specifically the room. This one only takes away 20% because it's not as fundamental gameplay wise as the location. And the prompt that I was mentioning to trigger the cursed hunt is, do you want to play hide and seek? There's also jokes that you can do, and I'll just show you. Knock knock. Yo mama. Hehehe. that. Goodbye. That's not what I said though. Any ghost will reply in any situation. It's also interesting that if you keep an EMF reader next to you while you're using the Ouija board, normally it's gonna be EMF level 2, but there's a 25% chance that if the ghost has EMF level 5 as evidence, that's gonna show up. Now the voodoo doll. It has 10 pins in total on its body. Every time you interact with the doll, so you activate the cursed possession, one of the pins is pushed in, one randomly. The ghost does something. On the heart is the one that forces a hunt. When you use it at really low sanity or no sanity at all of the pins are gonna be pushed all at once and it's gonna immediately start a hunt. Sometimes the evidence that it can give you can be more direct. For example, it can give you EMF 5 and that is to be considered evidence, or UV as evidence, but also can do something that indirectly can be used as an evidence. For example, the UV mutation for the obake. You do a little pull teapot, which is when you put really small items on top of each other, create like a little mountain, and if it explodes, it's proof that it's a poltergeist. So it can be very helpful, I would say, as you're progressing. Haunted Mirror is another one that I really like. It shows in real time the view of the ghost favorite room. It does like a 360 on the spot of the room. Sanity wise, it took me a minute to understand it, but it uses either 7.5 of your sanity per second or 25% per use, depending on which one is the highest. The cursed hunt is gonna happen when the mirror breaks, and this can happen either when you're trying to use it and you are below 20% sanity, or if your sanity gets drained to 0 as you're using it. It's also very interesting that inside like the view of the mirror, it shows you actually what's going on in that room. That's something that I find very cool and a really nice touch. So if you were to put an item inside of the room and then you check with the mirror, you're gonna be able to see your item. And if you're playing with friends, you'll be able to see your friends. You're normally gonna find it hanging on walls, and you can find it a bit more easily aside from learning where it is, but because it's pretty giant and it reflects way more than static items that are there just for kind of like filling empty spaces. And when you come close to it, you will be able to interact with it. You can pick it up, and you, again, even though it does look like it, because I swear it does, but you're not using it until you actually start seeing the room. Summoning Circle is another one that, as new players, I feel like would not be like super interesting to use in general. Um, each candle, whenever you're lighting it up, it drains 16% of sanity. If for whatever reason you have exactly 16% of your sanity and you try to light it up, if your candle is like the first or second, whatever, it's just gonna blow it off and it's not gonna let you use it. But if it's the last candle, so you get straight up to 0 after that, it's gonna skip the first phase of how the summoning circle works and it's gonna go directly into the hunt. What's the first phase, you might ask? The ghost stays motionless for 5 seconds inside the summoning circle, which is why people use it. They use it in order to be able to take a picture of the ghost. The shade has a chance, I don't know exactly the percentage, but it has a chance of appearing as a transparent shadow. Every other ghost appears as fully materialized. They're not blinking, so you can take a precise and pretty photo quite easily. Also, these 5 seconds of the ghost just sitting there are considered a ghost event. After the event, the lights will turn off and the ghost will immediately start a cursed hunt starting from the summoning circle. So as I said, if you light the last candle with your 16% left of sanity, it's not gonna stand still, it's gonna spawn on you and directly kill you. If you wanna know my opinion, is that the small camp is a really good map for trying to use the summoning circle when you happen to get it, if one of the small tents is open, because this way you have the time to light the candles, take your picture, and then run to the small tent because it's close enough. Another one that I really like is the tarot cards, because I do like, and I suggest you trying it if you play with friends, to do just a little tarot roulette. The deck is made of 10 random tarot cards, which means that yes, there can be duplicates, yes, some cards may not be in there at all. If you end up using the entire deck, your normal hunts after using the last card will last 20 extra seconds. Thankfully, the cards themselves are very simple, and I'll also show you on screen if you want to take screenshots, but the Hanged Man is instant death. The Hermit teleports the ghost back to its room and traps it there for 1 minute. This has no effect on hunts and ghost event, like it still can hunt, have a cursed hunt, and do events. If you don't know, the ghost, it is a physical character that moves around even when it's not hunting. So for 1 minute it's gonna be in its room, and that's it. The devil triggers a ghost event of any kind. The tower doubles all ghost activity for 20 seconds. The sun restores your sanity to 100%. The moon drops it to 0%. Wheel of Fortune, it depends on the color. If red, you lose 25% of sanity. If green, you gain 25% of sanity. The High Priestess revives a dead teammate. If no one is dead, this is gonna be the first person who's gonna die. If anyone ever dies, they're gonna come back to life after dying. They don't stack up, so if you find 2 High Priestess and no one is dead, you will not be saved 2 times, you will be saved 1 time. This works also in single player. Seeing the other cards, as expected, death triggers the cursed hunt. And then we have the Fool, which is just a mimic card. It's like the little Joker one, normally has the pink color, like smoke, and it mimics other cards, like it pretends to be something else, but it has no effect, like it's a useless card. It does not do anything at all. Onto the music box. Honestly, this is my least favorite. I don't know why, it's just a gut feeling. I dislike it, and I get kind of disappointed when that's the item that I end up getting when I'm playing, but it's whatever, you know, it's a personal taste. So whenever you're using it, you're playing music and the ghost starts singing in its favorite room. Now, unlike every other item that we've seen, pretty much, the music box has a lot of variables for the cursed hunt. You can place it on the floor and nothing is gonna happen, it's just gonna keep playing the song, but if you throw it, you're gonna break it, and so that will trigger a cursed hunt. How can we use the music box without triggering a cursed hunt? We can make sure that no one is within the range of the music box. When the music ends and the ghost is not near enough, the box will close and it will not cause anything. And now, last but not least, we got the monkey paw. This is so fun. It gave me so many funny moments during my runs, I'm not gonna lie. Grants a certain amount of wishes. So the amount of wishes depends on the reward multiplier. So if you're playing a normal game mode, or if you're playing customs, or you're playing nightmare, stuff like that, the easy way to tell is to simply count the fingers that are up on the hand. Every time you make a wish, one of the fingers will bend, so it will show you how many you have left. The wishes can only be used once, so you can only make a specific wish once during the game. Honestly, there's a lot of potential wishes that you can do. I'm just gonna give you like the ones that I normally use or that I know that are useful. I wish to see the ghost. It triggers a summoning ghost event at the ghost current location, which is not necessarily the favorite room. After 5 seconds, the ghost will disappear and start a cursed hunt. The person who used the monkey paw specifically will have like their vision obscured, and it's going back to normal when the hunt ends. I love this wish because I always do it on my friends. I'm not gonna lie. I use it, I throw the monkey paw on the floor, and I hide and I get them killed. And then right after, because otherwise they would never forgive me, I use my my second favorite wish. It's I wish for life or I wish to revive my friend. And it has a 50% chance of making you die instead. I wish for life, unlike the high priestess, cannot be used preemptively, so it cannot be used before someone dies. I wish for activity, and it doubles all ghost activity for 2 minutes. The fuse box, though, will break, and the door will be locked for 2 minutes. During these 2 minutes, you can have hunts, but they are normal hunts, they're not cursed. I wish to leave, which unlocks all the exit doors, if there's more than one, depending on the size of the map, at any time, including during a hunt. You will be much slower. I wish to trap the ghost, and it teleports the ghost into its favorite room, locks all the doors around the favorite room for 1 minute, and during that period it cannot do anything. It cannot hunt, roam, use like the abilities. Now it's also gonna block you for 1 minute in the room where you were while you were using the monkey ball, so it's gonna close all the doors around you, and after that 1 minute the ghost is gonna start a normal hunt. Normally the doors unlock immediately, but there's a 25% chance that it's gonna take them the grace period, which can be like 5 seconds, stuff like that, for the doors to unlock. So you have 25% chance that when the ghost starts the hunt, you're still stuck in there for a couple of seconds. I wish for knowledge. It will delete one piece of evidence and different potential ghosts that are not the one currently in the house, so making the investigation easier. It will start a curse hunt in the proximity of the person who used it. And during this hunt, your vision is all like stuck with that just smaller circle in front of you, and your hearing is muffled, which is very annoying. Like, honestly, it's such an annoying thing, but it's okay. And in this case though, unlike the previous one, they're gonna stay until the end of the match. You're gonna end up stuck like this, half deaf and half blind, until you guys figure out what the ghost is. So this is pretty much it. I hope I helped you out. I hope this clarified maybe some doubts you might have had, or some curiosity on some items. I hope this also is gonna give you the courage to actually try them without feeling anxious about having a cursed hunt, because for some of them, like for some of this, you can use them safely without a cursed hunt. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know which one is your favorite, and if someone out there really likes the music box, please let me know and tell me why you like it so much, because I'm genuinely curious. If you found this video useful, like and subscribe. That's gonna help me, and that's gonna like also let YouTube know that this video isn't completely trash. And if you want to stop by on my Twitch, I stream Monday to Friday, and I try to stream at least once a week Phasmo, but I do variety gaming. So if you ever want to stop by, even just for the Phasmo streams, maybe we can even play together. You guys have a great one. Bye.